Hello, beautiful souls. Good morning or good night to you. I got another download for you. Sorry, guys, just being silly. I had a dream, you guys. Okay, my spirit team be giving it to me in their dreams. Okay, and this was just another confirmation on a few things I talked about with you guys. I talked about, I believe, in the past about being celibate, how strong it is, how powerful it is to be celibate. And you got to be careful, when you sleep with someone, because they have, you're attaching yourself to whatever they have attached to them. And some of these people have some nasty spirits attached to them. Succubus, incubus, but anyway, I remember having a download to my girl Bella Sloan Bella. If y'all ain't checked her out, check her out. But she's pretty big, definitely certified. She made, I learned something that I didn't know this. She talked about when you have an orgasm, you leave your you leave your body when you have an orgasm. It's an out-of-body experience, and I didn't know how deep that ran. And and also too, it was crazy. The other day I was talking about meditating and sit with my spirit team about being celibate, and how I haven't even the M word masturbated. Being celibate, and how important it is to not even masturbate. But let me talk about this dream, since I'm speaking on this, okay? And, I'm going somewhere with it, okay? I took a nap today, and it was about 6:30 to 7 p.m. And you know how when you got the, the shades open and the sunlight's coming in on the walls, it's just really beautiful. But in my dream, it was like the same time, because I remember on the walls, I could see the sun hitting the same way on the walls. And I had a dream that I was with the Kardashians, the Kardashian sisters. I saw Kourtney Kardashian, I saw Kim Kardashian, I saw Khloe Kardashian. And in this dream, we are about to, I guess, get ready to go somewhere and get somewhere real formal. And next thing you know, I'm laying on this water bed on my back, and in my dream, excuse me, but I'm keeping it real on this channel. I keep it real. There was something under the water bed that kind of rode like it was a water deity in the water bed. Okay, and in my dream, I was starting to masturbate. Okay, and in my dream, I climaxed 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real on this channel now. We're gonna keep it real. I'm going somewhere. And then after I did that, next thing you know, we were all sitting at the dining room table, and with these ladies all sitting at the dining room table, and they were ready to eat with whatever came out of my body, the liquid that came out of my body. It was all over the table. It was so much of it. And they were ready to eat off that. Okay, then next thing you know, I get up from the table, and then Kim Kardashian, this is a dream. This is all in my dream. Was showing me this book, and it had pink pages in it, and it had eyelashes in it, piece of umbilical cord in it, all in this book. Okay, so, and I remember seeing on the walls the sunlight. So when I woke up, I knew immediately why I heard Bella Sloan talk about the other day about out of the body. And then also too, when I was talking about in one of my other videos about when you're turned on suddenly, that's not you. And I also heard a download from another reader talking about how they need to feed off your orgasms, basically. So they want you to masturbate. That they do these spells to turn you on to want to do that, to climax, because they need that. They feed. So apparently basically it was like a coven of witches who just did something recently. They had to have done something because they're getting so desperate. But now the other day in my video, I called final judgment on being attacked in my dream. I talk about how they can't attack you while you're awake, so now they're trying to attack you while you're asleep, and they try this like clockwork all the time. Now when I woke up, I was like, oh heck no. So do a return to sender, but my spirit team says, I heard a lot of clear say, you don't have to do that. We saw, and whatever they just did to you guys, you pure hearts, okay, they really messed up. It was like I'm hearing final call. And you know, when you're a judgment angel, earth angel, and you can call judgment down, God, that's a very extraordinary gift, and for something that God to give you. You know, he's not going to just give that to anybody. I'm talking spiritually. You know, I'm not talking about your judges, you know, and the justices. I'm talking about earth angels who can call judgment down. Okay, God is not going to give that to anybody. He's going to give it to somebody who's humble, because if he gave it to a lot of people, especially people who have bad intentions and are wanting to hurt or somebody, they're going to call judgment all the time. And, you know, they're going to abuse it. You know, and plus, too, you really got to be tapped in, because Spirit's going to also let you know, they got to have warnings, where you know when it's time to call judgment. You just know when time's not, to pray about it, and time to call judgment. Sometimes, the ones Pure Hearts is given to, they don't call judgment quick enough. And sometimes Spirit, universe has to say, hey, it's time. You're being way too, letting them get away. You're being way too, it's time. It's time. If you don't, we're really going to kick in, but we're needing you to stand in your power. And Spirit's also telling me these people are so desperate that they have moved in your area, that you don't even know that they're living around you, that they have moved to stay in your energy. Also, too, the other night I had a dream as well. This was last night about, oh, wait a minute, let me go back. Okay, so when the masturbation, okay, a lot of wound magic, a lot of root magic is being done. I remember a time in my life when I left somebody many years ago. I noticed that I started having a lot of painful periods, okay, after I left somebody who was really toxic. And then I got into another relationship with somebody toxic, and I noticed they really kept going on. I'm talking about where the periods were so painful I couldn't get out of bed. And I thought it was just bad, it was just something I had to deal with, and kind of find out, as I ascended, that was a lot of root magic being done on me to keep me bounded. And I noticed that when I left and started standing in my power and cutting people off, I stopped having these, painful periods. It's crazy on how much I have learned ascending, and how many people do this spells, this dark magic. You would be shocked to find out who's doing it, and a lot of people will blame us Pure Heart saying we do it, and I will say this over and over again. A true empress, a true emperor, we are the magic. We don't do magic. We are the magic. We are that high vibration. We get high vibration. We can manifest, Pure Hearts. We want to manifest like happiness and, stuff like that. We're not, not on cars and houses. Yes, God to give me my basic needs, and even Spirit has told me that's fine. And I'm not telling you to do this, but Spirit told me that there are people that do magic, and where it doesn't manipulate or hurt anybody, to where I guess they call on abundance for themselves, where they're not hurting anybody, any intentions to hurt anybody. Spirit has no problem with that. It's when you manipulate energy and, your intentions are bad to hurt someone or to steal from, someone, or to swap destiny with someone, then that's when Spirit and God, gets involved. But, to me, I don't even mess with it, but I've learned, and what I've learned, it's hard to believe that certain people are involved in this stuff. Why would you want to manipulate energy? Why would you want to steal somebody else's destiny? That's one thing I just don't get, because, when you go to cross over, I say this all the time, you don't take anything with you. You have to face God. I know there's people that their Spirit showing me the movie Skeleton Key, where people do these spells to avoid, where they keep jumping bodies. Also, too, like the movie Get Out, where they can swap bodies. I know if you've seen the Skeleton Key, where these people came back from way in time and they're just jumping bodies. But now God is closing that door now. God is really stepping in and intervening, to where it's getting so ugly nowadays. People pushing and pushing and pushing. And God will cause an apocalypse, where he'll take all this down. But from what I was told, us pure hearts are the ones that's keeping it going. But I did get told in the download, they keep making it so bad that Spirit showing the movie, knowing that they will take us somewhere else safe, and they will end this whole place. But I don't want to talk about the fear, but you do have to go get judged, from God. He knows we make mistakes. He knows we sin. But when your intentions is to hurt people and to try to, take them out or steal their destiny, or, making them manipulate energy to do suicide spell, because that was a dream that I had last night, that somebody from my past was wanting to come over and put a gun on me and take me out, but it didn't happen, that they end up taking their self out. So like they're playing with suicide spells, and you got to be careful, because all this is returning to sender, like these love spells, everything's being returned. And whatever you put out is being returned tenfold. The stuff that I'm seeing now, you could tell that it's returning. Ask for forgiveness and just, stop, because you got people that isn't part of my bloodline that is helping. My spirit team is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The karmics out there, they hate that we're starving the energy so bad. They're saying that we're crazy, that we don't have these gifts, and I don't care what they say. My purpose here on earth is to raise vibration. I'm a healer. And I'm not going to abuse that. I'm here to push out love and light, and I'm still learning. I'm nowhere near finished from learning, just to help heal people and open their eyes and see. And I'm also a prayer warrior. I'm here to pray, and I'm not saying I'm this perfect person, because I still make mistakes. I'm still learning, but God slowly but surely is working on me. And I know God in my heart has told me I'm certified. And I just want to give you guys the knowledge of what I've learned, and to give, to don't give up. If you wake up and you're feeling drained and you got a lot of going on around you, that's the chaos energy they're sending for you. That's those tired spells they're sending toward you. They're all illusions, And I heard something today from somebody from the Soul Tribe, which made so much sense. The soul couldn't said it any better. When you feel good, that's God. Okay, when you feel bad, that's not God. When you have confusion, that's not God. People say or ask me, how do you know these things? I can't explain it, but I could say, when you know, like when it's God, it's come from God. You had this feeling that you just know. It's just this energy that God puts on you, and the more you heal, the more God reveals the truth to you. But I just wanted to talk about that, about staying celibate. It keeps your energy cleansed, and when you're celibate, don't masturbate. Just I don't even think about it anymore, because I know God is going to send in my soulmate, long as I got to love myself first, because in the past I didn't love myself. I put people first, I was a people pleaser, I didn't stand up for myself like I do now. I let people continue to hurt me over and over again, and until God intervened, is like, look, no more. And if I didn't cut certain people out of my life, God told me I would have been DEAD. I would have been gone. And God told me I'm going to live a long, happy life, and I know God is going to send in my soulmate. I can feel my soulmate out there, and you have a soulmate as well, not just as in a lover. You can have soulmate that's friends, other relationships. You'll have many soulmates. But when you love yourself and you love God, God is going to send somebody who's going to love you, love your flaws, not pick at you and tell you what you need to work on to bring you down in an uplifting way. Not somebody to where you're going to feel uncomfortable or feel exhausted. God's going to send in somebody who's going to uplift you, who's going to love you to where it feels so good, and so you're going to know, trust me. And God is going to send him or her in. You got to have faith, but you have to do the work first. You have to heal from your trauma, because God's not going to send one in that's unhealed and healed. One may be more healer than the other, but because you're going to learn from each other, but I just wanted to talk about that, how important it is to be celibate. I try to really lay that to my girls, not to just give your body to anybody or anything. Hold on to that, because your body is a temple. You are beautiful, because you're cutting these cords. These people don't have cords to you anymore, and they're so desperate. And then you think about it, okay, soulmate. Do you know why they want to keep soulmates apart? Because you think about the gifts you have, and you're healed and you love yourself, right? Well, you imagine you got two healed people, soulmates, coming together, talking about true love. I'm talking about true love from God. You think you've been in love before, but you wasn't. You was influenced, okay? You was with a karmic who was a lesson. You were under a spell. Okay, because I know there was a time where I was like, I don't know what it is, but I'm so attracted. But then now that you cut them out of your life, you think, what the heck was I thinking? Oh my goodness, But imagine you got two soulmates coming together, right? Both healed and with gifts. And then when these soulmates come together, you're going to unlock even more gifts. And not only that, some of you pure hearts are going to have more children, and imagine what your children's gifts are going to be. That's why they want to stop it. That's the download that I received. So yes, they're still trying, but I did hear on this last one, it was a big oh no. It was a big oh no, they didn't. And I believe it was done today or in the past 3 previous days, because my spirit team don't play. They keep me in the loop. I've also gotten downloaded. Not only they really pure hearts to watch your surroundings. I'm seeing, like, I had a dream about the pizza gate, sex trafficking, kidnapping, and not only that, arson. I had a download of arson to set you in a trap, to cause a fire to where you can't get out. But you are covered. Your spirit team is on guard. I'm talking about on guard. And if you have thousands and thousands of angels that protect you, stay in prayer though. Even though you're protected, you got to pray. Keep praying. You actually got to ante up the prayer. People say sage, your house, you are the sage. The more healed you are the sage. Your purpose is so big. Tonight before you go to bed, I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to really look deep into your eyes, and you tell yourself, you are a good person. You are a pure heart. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are abundance. You are powerful. You are loved. You call all your power and all your energy back before you go to bed, because you are loved. You are powerful. You are gifted. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You are a child of God. And this is just a quick download I wanted to give tonight and send out a message to you guys. These messages are timeless. I'm not trying to blow up on this channel. I pray that the messages get to who it belongs to. If God tells me to come on here and do a download, I know it's going to get to whoever it needs to get to. Because God can make anything happen. God could change things overnight. God is so powerful, He could change things overnight. And another thing, I got a download too, Spirit said to have more fun. God knows you need a break. God knows how much you put before you, how you take care of the family. And there's times you're so tired, but you keep going. And God knows you need a break. And He's going to give you that break. He's going to make life a lot easier for you because of all that good love you gave out to everybody else. You put everybody else before you, and it's coming. But take more breaks. When you're overtired, say no. And don't feel bad about it. God knows what you need. And it's okay to cry and get upset. I know you got some people out there says don't even get in that energy, but I'm sorry. If you got to cry, because it feels good to get that out. If you're frustrated, say out loud, I'm frustrated. Get that out. Get that energy out of you yesterday. Because yesterday, I got a little emotional, and it was just because I wanted to cry. I wanted to get that energy, and it felt so good crying. When you show your emotions, you're not weak, you're strong. When you walk with God, you're walking in truth. Sometimes I know I get on here and I start to cry or I get emotional. A lot of people would be uncomfortable to do that, but when you walk with God, you don't care. You don't care. You want to show your true emotions. You don't care. And that's how passionate I am, for this purpose of raising the vibration, because I know these messages are for somebody. And they're going to get to you, and you're going to come across this message, and you're going to cry, because you're going to know that this message was for you. And when you know it's for you, there's a knowing that you can't deny inside of you. Trust the process. Trust. Because your soul tribe, even though you're not in the physical, like around each other right now, we feel each other in the ethers. I feel you pure hearts out there. We all are connected. We all are connected. I never knew I had a soul tribe that wasn't like from my own family, Spirit says some of these family is not your real family. Is not your real family. This is just a karmic lessons. You know that your everything was like the Truman Show. Paid people, everything was false. But you're gonna get the truth. You're gonna get nothing but the whole truth. And when you do, even though you know, but when you get that physical truth, it's gonna feel so good, and you're gonna be able to close that chapter out. And getting even emotional thinking about it, because I can feel it. When you get that full proof, it's going to feel so good. And you're going to close that chapter and you're going to move on to something even more beautiful. Because your intentions are so pure. You know, meaning like, you don't want to hurt nobody. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You know, when somebody gets something and you don't have it, you don't get jealous. You know, you congratulate them. You know, when you're blessed, everybody's blessed who you love. You know, you share your blessings. You know, and it makes you feel good when you do that. You know, you don't enrage. You mind your business. Do you know how much Spirit loves when you mind your business? You know, you're not over here gossiping like, oh, I can't stand her. She thinks she's all that because she got a new car. No. You see somebody got a new car, but hey, look at them. All right, they got a new car. All right, girl, go on with your bad self. You know what I'm saying? That's pure intentions. Anyway, you guys, I'm out of here. I hope you have a good night, a good day whenever you get this message. I love you. I love you. Have a great night. Keep healing. Keep ascending. You are so protective. I'm out, baby. 333 all day long. Mwah.